If those that do not have their cameras on, we'll go ahead and get those turned on, please. All right, so today we're talking about poultry judging. This is a competition we offer in FFA, so if you find that you're good at it, or even if you're not good at it but you like it, and it's something that you would like to compete in, please make sure you let us know. The overview of the event, so there are different parts of poultry that you grade. So we mainly focus on chickens, but of course poultry includes other fowls such as turkeys. But we mainly focus on chickens. And then we look at their different things such as their carcass, which is their body, their interior shell of their egg, the exterior, the outside of their egg, and then their processing and their parts. All right, interior egg grading. So let's talk a little bit about exactly what that is. How many of you actually eat eggs? You can raise your hand or do a thumbs up thing.
I used to, but I don't really like them anymore.
You don't like them?
Nah.
Okay, anybody else? Anybody that does like eggs and eat eggs in the morning?
Well, I like them. I'll be making me an omelet every morning. What you mean?
You make omelets in the morning, John?
Yeah, I'll make omelets. Them joints be banging too.
All right, when we come back to school, John's cooking us all omelets, so. All right, so in order to actually judge an egg, and you can actually do this with eggs that you get from the grocery store, hopefully they are not, they don't have any of the things that, well, not any, but some of the things you might see in these eggs. Hopefully, usually the ones in the grocery store have been graded, and you know, they have to receive a certain grade. I believe it's an A or double A to be able to go into the grocery store. But if you get your eggs from a local farm, or if you raise your own chickens, these are things you can definitely look for in your own eggs. What was that, John?
Yeah, I think it's got to be an A, and then it's a double A if it's good, like better than good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm looking over those. So when you candle an egg, that's what it's called when you see the inside of an egg. So this is what the inside looks like. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure. So you see these are different veins in the egg. You can see that those are different veins and blood vessels. And so eggs, you know, they're just like human eggs. They have blood vessels, and if they are fertilized by a rooster, then a baby chick can grow in there. Most farmers that get eggs just for eating usually don't have a rooster, so that they don't have that possibility of a chick being in the egg or growing in the egg. So in order to candle it, you can actually just take a flashlight and get in a dark room and hold it up to the bottom of the egg, and you'll be able to see what's inside of it, just like you can here. So usually we do this when you're at school with some eggs that we get. All right, you can only hold one egg at a time. You place the large end at the candling light or at the flashlight. Hold the small end of the egg with your thumb, index finger, and middle finger. Put the large end against the candler and hold it at a 45-degree angle. And then you carefully rotate the egg, and you're looking for blood or meat spots. And you're also checking the size of the air cell or the yolk shadow. So the grades are double A, the best, as John mentioned, and then A, B, and then there is a no grade. So what do we look for when we're grading them? What's the differences? So it's actually the size of the air cell is the main difference. And then also if there's making sure there's no blood or meat spot. Right, so the air cell, so what exactly are you looking for in an air cell? The smaller the air cell, the higher quality that egg would be. So double A egg air cell, you want it to be about 1/8 of an inch. For an A, it's going to be 3/16 of an inch, and a B is 3/8. So to put that more in perspective, a double A is about the size of a dime, is what it would be for a double A egg. For an A, it's a nickel, and then a B, it would be about the size of a quarter. All right, if the albumin is thick, the shadow of the yolk will be harder to see. So the outline would be slightly defined for a double A. The outline is fairly well defined, and B, it's plainly visible. All right, so let's look at number 1. Let's practice and see how y'all do. Who can tell me what grade you think this would be? Anybody have a thought right off the top of their head?
A double A.
You think it's a double A? Okay, why?
Because it ain't got no, it ain't got no like blood or anything in there, and the air bubble's small. Or the pocket
Okay,
thing.
the air bubble is small. Yep, that's accurate. What else? Does anybody else see anything different?
It ain't got no veins.
Nope, you don't see any veins within this one. Anybody else notice anything? All right, so I probably should have shown you a different one first, because you probably, if you've never done this, don't know that. So this red stuff down here is actually blood spots.
Never mind.
So that is like a blood or meat spot. So that would be a no grade.
I thought that one would be because of the light was shining on it, Ashley.
Nope, not for that one. See how this one, you notice there's no red at the bottom. You don't see that kind of shadow. So that would be that, you know, that there was blood spots or meat in that egg. So that would be a no grade. All right, what about this one? All right, so what we notice, what we see here, there is no blood or meat spots, correct?
Oh, that's the double A.
All right, so
small air pocket.
Yep, we look at the air pocket, and it said an air pocket for a double A would be about the size of a dime. And so that's about the size of a dime, maybe a little bigger, but not quite a nickel or quarter. So that would be a double A.
That's an omelet egg right there.
Yeah, those are the good ones that you want for your omelets. Correct. All right, what about number 4?
That's about a B.
Okay, we have somebody. John says it's a B. Anybody else have a different thought? Anybody think it's anything else?
Call on somebody to start.
I have to, apparently. All right, Autumn, what do you notice about the egg? Anything different?
The middle part of it's darker.
Okay, that is darker. And so you probably would think that that would be a blood spot. But this is, Ted mentioned earlier, he thought the first one was because of the way the light was shining. So this is actually the way the light is shining on this one, and just being able to see the yolk inside. So this is not the blood spot. So what else do we notice? What size is the air cell? What size coin does it remind you of, Callie?
Quarter.
All right, that would be a quarter. Good. So this is going to be a B egg. Yes. All right, so
You're pretty good at this.
B egg. All right, what about number 5?
Oh, that's a no grade.
That's a no grade.
All right, yep, this is a no grade, or also known as inedible. Don't want to eat this one.
Something trying to grow in there.
All right, what about number 6?
I get that a B. The air pocket look kind of big.
All right, yep, you can tell this air pocket's even bigger than the other one. That's definitely a full quarter, so that's going to be a B as well. All right, what about number 7?
I might get that one an A.
Okay, we have an A. Anybody else have anything different? All
I go
right.
with an A as well.
Yep, this one is an A. All right, what about number 8?
An A.
Yep, so that one's about the same size, so that is an A. And then lastly, we have number 10.
It's a double A.
Yes.
Good. Yep, so that's about a dime size. There's no meat, blood spots, so that is a double A. Good job. John, maybe you should be on the poultry grading team.
Maybe.
All right, the next thing we look at is the outside of the egg. So the outside of the egg you're eating, does it have stains, foreign materials? What's the shape of the egg? Is it oddly shaped? If you've ever gotten eggs from, if you have chickens or a local farm, or even sometimes the grocery store may have some kind of odd looking eggs, but for the most part, the ones at the grocery store are very, formatted kind of the same because they take out the ones that are kind of oddly shaped. The texture of the egg, and then the soundness. So those are things we're looking for on the outside. So if it is a double A or A, it must not have any foreign material on it, no cracks or checks, no easily visible stains or discoloration. It must be clean, a normal shape. It can have a little bit of ridges, and then it can have some calcium deposits. For a B, it can have a misshaped shell. It would be misshaped. It can have a few ridges or thin spots, free from adhering dirt. The stain has to be 1/32 of the egg surface, and if it has a scattered stain, it can only be 1/16 of the egg surface. For a no grade, if it has dirt or foreign material, it's a no grade. If the stain is bigger than 1/32, or if a scattered stain is bigger than 1/16, if it has cracks, body checks, or leakers. All right, so this would be an example for
Or a grade B.
B. Yep, you see it has a little crack, a little bit of a calcium deposit here.
It looks a little thin in the back too.
Yep, you can tell with the lines that's a little thin. Scattered stain here.
Yeah, I see a little stain on it.
All right, so this would be a no grade. It's got some dirt here. The stain's really large, the scattered stain is. Very thin, you can tell. You see some of the veins. And then this would be an A. It's a good shape. It has a small calcium deposit here and there, but nothing major. No major dirt, anything like that. And this is a no grade again. This is a dirty or no grade. Has a lot of dirt on it. And then this is the same one from the beginning, a grade B. Okay, we're going to look at hens really quickly to look at what you look for in their body.
Is there an actual team for that though?
Yeah. Usually the competition is in like March.
How many people's on the team?
4. So we need a team of 4 if we have interest.
I might be interested.
You should. You'd be good at
Pretty
it.
good at it. I'll let you know.
Okay. As we get closer to it, we'll be looking for more teammates if you know of anybody that's interested.
All right.
All right, I had to go out and take the answers off of those. I forgot I didn't take the answers. So y'all can practice. All right, so when you actually look at the live birds for whenever, for the competition, or if you decide to do this as a career, when you actually look at the live birds, some of the things that you look for. If you watch the video yet, it'll really kind of talk more in depth about this, but on their feet, some things to look for. So this one, you can see it has a little cut or abrasion. So that would be docked points. For this one, it has a crooked toe. So that would be docked points. For this one, it's almost like missing a toe. It's not formed right, disformed, disjointed. And then this one would be good. All right, and then you have to identify the parts of their meat. So hopefully this doesn't gross you out, or some of you it may make you hungry. All right, so what would this meat be? What is this? Does anybody know what this looks like?
Like the breast.
Yeah, so this is the breast of the bird, the real meaty part. But obviously before it's cooked, and it still has the skin on it. All right, what about this one? Jaden, what do you think this one is?
Drumstick.
Yeah, so that's the drumstick. It's one of my favorite parts to eat of the chicken. All right, what about this one?
I go for it.
All right, Ted, what do you think?
The wing.
All right, the wing, good. All right, and then this one. Does anybody have any guesses on this one?
The thigh.
All right, so yeah, it's the thigh, and then what else?
The drum.
Drumstick.
Yeah, so this is the combination drumstick and the thigh. Good. All right, so these are some other parts. These have the skin removed, so they look a little bit different. So let's see if you know these. Does anybody know what this one is?
Is it the liver?
Nope. These are still outside parts of the chicken, but they just don't have the skin on it.
No.
This one looks a little weird compared to what I'm used to seeing it as. Any other guesses?
I just never seen that as a chicken out of the chicken, so I don't really know what egg it is.
So this would be the meat from the thigh. Obviously the bone's removed, and it's just the meat, the skinless thigh. All right, what about this one?
Breast.
Yes, good, Callie. So this is the breast. It just has the skin removed. All right, what about this one? Sarah, you have any guesses on this one?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Anybody else think they can help her out? I'll give you a hint. It is half of a whole.
Is it the thigh?
Nope, not the thigh.
Breast?
Yeah, so this is just the half of the breast. So we just saw the whole, and this would be just half of the skinless breast. Good. All right, what about number 5? So this is a part of the meat that I like to have with gravy and mashed potatoes and sometimes fried. I'm trying to think of another hint. Probably don't think about it much as a piece of meat, chicken, but starts with a T. Anybody? All right, this is the tenderloin. So that's the tenderloin. If you've never had tenderloin, it's really good. All right, what about this one?
The whole chicken.
All right, this is actually the front half of the chicken.
No.
So not quite the whole one because we're missing the bottom part, but this would be the front half. All right, what about this one? This is the one that at Thanksgiving, a lot of people like to pull it apart and then make a wish.
I was going to say a chicken gizzard, but I don't think it is.
No, not the gizzards.
They are good, though.
All right, this is the wishbone, the meat from the wishbone. So
Okay, never had that out of a chicken before. I can say that much.
I can't say I've had gizzards. I've heard they're good though.
Yeah, I always have them at KFC. They are good.
All right, and then we're getting towards the end of the judging competition, and so this you actually look at cooked chicken, and you're trying to see if it has any deformities or discoloration or anything like that that would make it like a unusual sizes. And so this one actually is attached at the center, and it shouldn't be. It's supposed to be 3 pieces. And so this is that one's fault, is that it's attached and has unusual pieces. So inconsistent size, shape, cluster, or marriage for that one. All right, anybody notice anything on these that might docket points? What was that, Callie?
The one greater than the other two. It's like misshaped.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's bigger, and then also if you notice the coloring is different. So this one's a little bit darker, so it's not the same formation as coloring. And then also on this one, we're missing a little bit of, I don't know, flesh, skin, seasoning, whatever you call this. We're missing that right there as well. So coating, you're missing coating. And then inconsistent color, inconsistent shape or size. All right, number 4, does anybody notice anything here? All right, hopefully you don't, because these are good. They're all kind of the same size, same shape, same coloring. and no coating missing. All right, Ted, what about this one? What do you notice about this one?
One of them is decolored.
Good, yep. So this one's a different color than the rest. And then it's also a little bit smaller. So inconsistent color and inconsistent shape or size. All right, and then number 8, if you might notice anything about this one. David, do you notice anything about this one?
No,
Nothing?
I don't get it.
There's some coating missing.
Yeah, so it might be hard to see, but there's a little bit of coating from it missing right here. So coating is void on that one. All right, number 9. Anaya, do you notice anything on this one?
Mm-mm.
You don't notice anything odd about any of them?
They look different.
Yeah, so their shape very different. This one has some parts coming off of it that it shouldn't have. They're, different sizes, and then you're also missing right here some skin, so the coating is void there. All right, and then the last part is actually grading the body. And so these are also graded as A, B, C, no grade, or no defects. So from what you can tell about this one, does this one look pretty good? You notice anything that's odd about this one? All right, that's good. Sorry, what, David?
It's yellow.
It is yellow. So if you've never seen a chicken like this, which again at the competition they're sitting out for a bit, so they might be a little more yellow too, but sometimes they do have a yellow tint, and that's just the skin coating. So this one's actually good. This would be a grade A. It does not have any defects. So this would be a good chicken, a good one to eat. So this is what you're looking for when you want, you're grading your chicken, or if you get it from the grocery store, you might want to look and make sure that it's good. All right, does anybody have any comments about what might be wrong with this one? What do you notice compared to the last one? Autumn, you notice anything?
It looks discolored.
Okay, discolored. Anything else?
Oh, the back of it. Like
Yeah.
the,
Yeah, good. So the back of it right here is cut out. And so it shouldn't be cut out like that. So that would be an actual B grade. All right, what about this one? Anybody notice something irregular on this?
A lot of skin is missing.
Yeah, so there's this big hole right here where the skin is missing, and so that's not good. Also, if you notice, the wings broken here and broken here, and so that would be a C grade. All right, so this is about almost the same one, just the skin's back. And so again, there's part of the wing missing here and here. So that one would be a B grade. All right, anybody notice what the arrow is pointing to? What's missing?
The wing.
All right, good. Yep, the wing is missing. And so that would make it a C grade. All right, what about this one? What's missing here?
The skin on the back of the leg.
Yeah, the skin. So that would be a C. All right, and then here again, the back is cut out, and so a lot of it's exposed, so that would be a C. All right, and then I believe this is the last one. Does anybody notice what this arrow is pointing to?
The deformity.
Good, yep, a deformity, and it's actually a bone. So a bone is protruding or sticking out of it, and so that would be a C grade, which is obviously the worst grade, or a no grade. You don't want to have protruding bones. All right, any questions about poultry grading? So there are a lot of different parts to the poultry grading contest, and if you wanted to go into poultry and some kind of career, if you wanted to work on an egg farm or a chicken farm, these would be some things that you would have to know some of it. It's also always good to know when you're cooking, if you cook a lot, or if you get your meat from a local source, so that you know what's considered good and bad. All right, any questions on any of that? Awesome. All right, let me pull up Canvas to show you today.
Well, she finally called me on some of the.
So for today, if you go down, it says we went over poultry judging together, and then you go over your poultry judging worksheet by yourself. So again, if you've already done this, you'll be good for today. Some of the feedback I got from our check-in last week was that, maybe not just me, but maybe some other teachers are giving a lot of work, and some of you are feeling a little overwhelmed. So this week we're going to kind of cut back, take a step back, give you some time to get some work made up if you have work to make up. But please go ahead and do it. Don't put it off, especially when it's something simple like our activity yesterday. That was an easy activity that you could just fill in the Google Forms. So go ahead and get those kinds of things done. I know sometimes you have big projects that are going to take longer, but make sure that you get the little things done. Make sure you're staying on top of things. But I know some of you have a lot of other classes that are really hard, that are taking up a lot of time. So this week, we're going to kind of step back a little bit and not have as much to do.
Oh, no, I already finished that. I would last week.
All right, good. So yeah, if you've already done this, then you're good. If not, make sure you get it done, and you'll go to this YouTube video, and it goes pretty much over kind of what we just did, walks you through it, and all the answers will be right there in the video. You're probably gonna have to pause it, go back a couple of times to make sure you get the right answers. But other than that, you will be good for today. And tomorrow, I'll go ahead and post tomorrow's assignments as well. I don't have them all posted yet, so I need to get all of them posted for the rest of the week, so that you can do those. Remember, tomorrow we will not have a Zoom, so you'll have some individual stuff to start on. All right, any questions? All right, well, remember, feel free to contact me anytime if you need help. Today is also my time to be on after hours, so I'll be on from 4 to 7. So send me a remind or an email, or hop on Zoom if you need help with anything or have any questions. If you do not, you are good to go. So have a great day, and get your work done. Y'all are good today. Thanks, guys.